Hello and welcome to episode 12 of VocTer Gaming. I am your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain. I am feeling a lot better today, thanks for those of you who are concerned, by the way. Not suffering from horrible fatigue, not suffering from the blood loss, and of course now I know who PuMa actually is. I have no idea why I was calling him ZX PuMa yesterday. That was very strange. He was of course TSL PuMa, or TSL Gentleman. He'd like to ID switch quite a bit back and forth between those two. He has, of course, as of July 20th, quit TSL, and the rumour is he will be joining EG. However, they haven't signed him yet, so that's a very strange situation. Normally, when a player leaves a big team like TSL, you know exactly where they're going immediately, but has yet to sign for EG as far as I'm aware. But anyway, we're going to get straight into this today. This is part of a 3-game series in the ICCup between the teamless PuMa and StarTale's KingKong, who's a Zerg we've seen a bit of before. He's not the toppiest Zerg, but he does bring some good games. He does bring some fun. So we're going to get started, and we're not going to get started at faster times 8. As interesting as it would be for me to try to cast at that speed, I just can't see it happening. So this is on Agria Valley, which is an official ICCup match. Not my favourite. Especially very difficult for Zerg to hold any kind of really early pressure along the lines of the 2-racks play. But over spawning in the west, we have the teamless PuMa. And spawning in the east, we have StarTale KingKong the Zerg. Classic Overlord Scout here. This is a 2-player map, so it's fairly obvious where your opponent is. So it's very easy to get that initial scout done. Terran can really delay the SCV scout knowing that exactly where the opponent is. You can delay it until pretty much the hatchery timing if you feel like, because you can wall off here, so no opponent's going to 6-pull you, because that will fail miserably and then you will kill him. As we can see, again, the very nice safe. I really like the standard safe opening against Zerg. Just getting the early barracks straight away, dropping the gas. It's so simple, so easy. As we notice the Korean style 14 hatch going down there. Again, a play I really like. Not too sure about it on this map though. I feel like you really need to get a spawning pool down very quickly. Going for the extractor before the spawning pool. I feel like you really need to get that up very shortly on this map, as the amount the Terran can pressure is so much. As we notice, this drone should get in. Drags the STV away. Very clever move to get that drone in here. Does see that not a lot going on yet. Just only sees the gas, the orbital morphing, and of course the barracks pumping at a single marine. Does, however, take that extractor. Very nice. Very annoying. I've talked about this before. The additional scouting you get with this, it simply delays anything the Terran wants to do. It stops him going for a quick factory, because he can't take the double gas. It stops him going for the early Banshee with cloak. And if we pop in here, we see the spawning pool now going down. Go back here. And of course, as we just caught there, what you can do is, as this extractor is about to die, you cancel it, the drone pops out, and then you hop back in and do the same thing again. Now if we look here, we see a tech lab going down, and a Reaper being produced. Reaper's very good unit again. You're starting to see them more and more in people's general play. This time allows the extractor to finish. Very interesting. It's possible his eyes were off for a second, or he just had enough and decided that was enough scouting and he knew what was going on. And here we see 2 more barracks going down now from the former TSL player PuMa. Now this is interesting. A 3-racks push with a tech lab, with Reapers, with Stim. If he times this right, that is pretty much an automatic GG. That is insane. And if we look here, we see another barracks, this time hidden behind this line of trees. Excellent. This is a 4 racks, could even possibly go to a 5th. with the amount of SCVs he has. All he needs to do now is mass an army, wait until Stim finishes, and then just push out all Marines, Reapers, SCVs. As we see, upgrading here to a lair, but it isn't going to help. It is going to allow him spine crawlers, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to need a lot of defense. He hasn't seen this coming. We see this Overlord here. Has seen this barracks building, but knows nothing of the others. Thinks this is just a 2 racks timing, and it's not. This is a 4 racks push. This is a kill push. Needs desperately to scout this, and he's not going to. This Reaper now coming in the base. This one Ling isn't going to see anything at all. Absolutely devastating. This one Reaper just hovering around. Will have seen this one spine crawler, but one spine crawler is not going to be enough. The Spire going up now for StarTale KingKong, but it feels like too little too late. You cannot be teching right now. You need to stop this push immediately. This needed Banelings. This needed scouting very, very quickly. It needed Banelings. Nothing is going to stop this now. Look at the unit streaming out, bringing all the SCVs. A very, very bit-by-bit style push. A player I've not seen in a while, who I believe has cheesed himself out of the game. As we see combat shields being upgraded now, but Stim is finished. This spine crawler is not going to last. Those Zerglings are going to go down. The Queen's going to go down. Once he loses this Queen, it may as well be game over, because that spine crawler's going down. This one will never finish. Queens are going to go down. Drones are going to go down. Everything is going to die horrendously. Stimming his army now as more and more units stream forward. Absolutely brilliant play by PuMa. That is exactly how you beat a fast expanding Zerg on Agria Valley. There is nothing KingKong can do at this point, and he GG's out. Brilliant, short little game, I know, and I know there are people out there who aren't fans of it, but that was just so beautifully played by PuMa. Getting those 4 barracks up, hiding them, as he did, making KingKong believe that it was just your standard 2 racks Reaper push. Sometimes you just do 2 racks Reaper and then expand behind it. There are so many ways to play that. Bringing the SCVs out to tank the damage, brilliant move. Timing Stim out that early, which is something you don't tend to see anymore since they increased the timer on Stim, the build time. Just absolutely fantastic. I'm completely blown away by that kind of the early kill push there. And all he had to do with that was take down this hatchery. That was all he had to do. With the Spire here, sometimes very good idea to start building stuff down here. But against this kind of push, you lose the hatchery, you lose the Spire, you lose both gas, you lose a ton of drones, and there's nothing you can do. Even if you defend this, you've then got to remake your tech structures. There's just, I'm blown away by how good PuMa can be. Right, okay, that is everything for today. Of course, tomorrow we will be back with Game 2 in PuMa versus StarTale KingKong, and we will see if PuMa has managed to join a team by then. What else have we got? Of course, this is PuMa week, so there will be games from PuMa all week, Tuesday to Friday. We are now on Wednesdays. I do not have to work today, which is very nice. Doesn't affect you guys, but affects me, so that's very nice. Join us in the gaming chan. That is irc.flunetic.net/gaming. Please come, hang out, enjoy, talk about games, play games. A lot of them have just got back in Eve, and are making me feel terrible for not playing it, but that's fine, because I play WoW, which is horrendous. teamliquid.net. Please go visit it. Talk about me on there. I love it when people talk about me, and more viewers. Always good. You can't see it, but I'm doing a thumbs up at you. Thank you for talking about me on Team Liquid. People who are definitely going to do it. And spread the word. Next week, I will be doing some more Zerg-based games, I imagine. I really want a good Zerg vs Zerg, so if you find a good Zerg vs Zerg, or play a good Zerg vs Zerg, please, 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 send me a replay. Send it to the YouTube link here. PM it to me over here, or of course email it to VocTerGaming@gmail.com. That is, of course, if a good Zerg vs Zerg exists. It's generally mirror matches aren't my favourite, but we'll see. I do want to do one. I do want to talk about infestors, and I want to be slightly racist when I say infestors. Thank you very much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with Game 2 of PuMa vs StarTale KingKong. See you all then.